What's up, guys? Welcome back to Total Focus, and thank you for all your patience. And there's been a little bit of a gap, and that's because I had a baby at the start of the year, so you can probably understand where I'm coming from there. It's been pretty busy with all sorts. So anyway, this video I wanted to just address a couple of things, what's been going on, within the kind of Ford Focus RS world. A lot of you have probably noticed or heard about these cars, their engines failing. What it is, there's on the cylinder block, or the actual engine block, there's a crack forming around the third cylinder, and basically it's allowing engine coolant to basically enter the chamber and create a misfire, and then excuse me, then the whole car runs like a bag of shit. Basically it will misfire. It happened recently to Fezzer, and ultimately it ends up meaning that you need a new engine from Ford. I have to say I'm very disappointed actually, that Ford has allowed this to happen. Alright, it's a new car, but to be honest, the engine isn't new. They've had it in the S550 Mustang EcoBoost platform for like a year and a half before they even brought out the Focus, and there is also issues with the engine in the Mustang. So yeah, I'm disappointed. My car, I'm just sitting in it right now, it's only done 5,321 kilometers, and as Fezzer mentioned, there's people like me who don't really use the car all that often. They use it as more of a kind of weekend toy or something to use when the weather's nice, and that's precisely what I've been doing. I haven't really used it over the winter time. We've been using the I'll just show you the GTI, and you can see it is absolutely filthy. It's been getting daily driven. I decided to use it today. This is basically in response to Fezzer's video. I think, God, I better start using the car, and in a way, I'm almost hoping that the car gets the issue, so Ford can address it. I'm pretty worried. I haven't been sleeping too well at night after kind of reading all about these issues that have been going on. I've actually made a verbal complaint to Ford of Canada, just to say that I'm pretty, unimpressed with the situation, and, there's not really anything I could do, I suppose. I'm kind of in the same boat as all the other RS owners, and you just have to wait and see what's going to happen with your car. You might be lucky and nothing will happen, or it might happen. Who knows? But I don't really like that. It's kind of made me lose, almost fall out of love with the vehicle. I do love it. I'm very, disappointed again, like I say. Focus RS, alright, it's very high powered, it's highly strung. It was bound to happen, wasn't it? They've rushed it to market, it's a world car, and basically they haven't done enough R&D to make sure, like a long term. I think they should have done like 10 Focus RSs or maybe more, and just put so many kilometers on them, like at least 100,000 kilometers, 60,000 miles in all kinds of terrain, like your winter driving, your summer driving, high humidity, low humidity, all kinds of situations, and just hammer them and make sure that the engines are up to the job. So I am scared. There has been a couple of times I've got a whiff of the sweet smell from the exhaust, but as of now it's not happening. Hang on, I'll just show you. Can I change this around as I'm filming? Don't think I can. Sorry about that. No, it's not gonna happen now. I've overexposed myself. What's going on? Yeah, so I'll just show you. The car has done only 5,321 kilometers, and bearing in mind, overexposed again. Sorry. Bearing in mind, I've had the car for 9 months. I bought it last June, so not been used a whole lot. So with all that being said, I am considering, part exchanging, trading it in for another vehicle. But I don't know. The usability of the car is great, all-wheel drive. I did use it a few times in the winter, and it was good. It lived up to what it should do. I've had some fun, but I don't know. I've lost all kind of, trust in the vehicle basically, and in Ford. I'm pissed off really, because if it happened, yeah, fine, great, they're going to replace the engine on the warranty, but who's to say if they replace the engine it's not going to happen again? How do we know? How do we know that they haven't, that they've redesigned the block? We don't know. Ford aren't going to even address it, because suddenly they'll have like however many customers there are with the RS, like, oh, we want our money back, blah blah blah. But I've heard somewhere that there's like been 8,000 units just in America. And as for Canada, well, you just have to look on Auto Trader. There's tons of them. A load have just arrived, landed in Canada. So, but yeah, in terms of vehicles, replacement vehicles, I've been looking at a Jeep Cherokee, or Grand Cherokee SRT8, brand new, 2017. That's I believe a 6.4 Hemi V8 with 485 horsepower. Fair bit of power for the unit. It's obviously a heavy car, but it's they've got some good performance figures. And then also a Dodge Charger Hellcat with the the supercharged version, 700 and odd horsepower, 707 horsepower I think it is. That's an option, but it's incredibly powerful and rear wheel drive only, so I don't know how that's going to fare in the winter. And then my original kind of next vehicle that I wanted was the Shelby GT350, a 2017, and that's, as we all know, a 5.2 litre flat plane crank, 525 or 6 horsepower V8 beast, and but then that's a very small car. But a couple of things to note about this car: I bought it knowing we were going to have a baby. I'm not very impressed with the boot or trunk space. It's laughable actually. You put the stroller or the buggy in the back and that's it. That's your space gone. And as for back seat space, yeah, it's okay, but these seats aren't all the way back. I don't know if you can see, but there's not a lot of leg room there, and really we haven't been able to so I haven't really been able to use the car for transporting our little baby, because when you put the car seat in, it just doesn't fit. Like, this seat has to be all the way forward, and the reclinable part all the way forward, and even then the baby seat, because it's a rear facing one, will still touch the back. And then for Rebecca to sit behind me, I'd have to scrunch myself way up, and I'm already I don't sit like way back. Obviously I'm just in my work gear, by the way, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I thought it was making that funny misfire noise on. Still popped. It does sound good, obviously, but yeah, I'd have to scrunch up, and it would be totally, unacceptable to drive like that, to, so I could fit Rebecca in the back. It's really, to be honest, I feel like it's not that much bigger than the Fiesta, and I had the, what was it, the Mark III Focus ST, the 2.5 turbo, and it was, a 2007, and basically the back was way bigger, in the 3-door spec. It's a way bigger car actually. The width of it, the length of it, it seems much more livable for kind of every day, but I don't have that here because Canada won't allow you to import a vehicle if it's below 15 years old. Anyway, I just wanted to share a few points about the RS right now and how annoyed I am. I hope Ford is going to address this. Like, the other problem that's going to happen is, if this carries on to happening to customers or owners, the word will get out to average Joe, and people will be like, hey, I don't want to buy that car, it's unreliable, and the fucking, sorry, I mean, the the values will just nosedive in these vehicles, and they aren't a very cheap car anyway to start with. So yeah, that's my kind of take on it all. I hope Ford does something, and that's why I'm thinking of trading up before they take a nosedive, whilst I've still got pretty low kilometers on the car. So we'll have to just watch this space and keep a lookout. But if you guys have anything to say, just put it in the comments below. Tell me about your ownership about the RS, if you've had any issues and what Ford are willing to do. Haven't actually found anyone in Canada that's had the problem yet, so I'm curious to see what, you know, Ford Service are going to say about it. You know, obviously they've got to do something about it if it happens, but I'm wondering if they're going to try and get out of it somehow. I don't know. So alright guys, well, like I say, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and there'll be more videos to come. I'll let you know what I end up doing with the vehicle, and, you know, if anything happens in the meantime. Take care.